What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video we're talking about Six Nations and what could have happened if the coronavirus didn't stop or postpone the tournament. Technically, I think we've all gotten to a point where we know it's not coming back because unfortunately the virus hasn't calmed down. And so what I want to do in today's video is to talk about what I believe would have happened in this tournament and who would have won had it gone the way I think. Now obviously feel free to play along in the comment section down below who you think would have won the tournament. Obviously my opinion, and we're all entitled to our own, so share yours. Be curious to hear how different we are in seeing who would win this tournament. I think it's going to be a very interesting one, and we've definitely missed out on what could have been an outstanding tournament. So we skip all the way to round 4. We know the results of what's happening and what we've seen. We saw the first, obviously, the week. Wales smashed Italy 42-0. We saw Ireland beating Scotland. We saw France beating England. That was big weekend. Ireland then beat Wales. England beat Scotland, and then France beat Italy, but not by a big margin. Scotland went on to beat Italy. We saw France beat Wales in a very tight fought contest, and then we saw England beat Ireland. Then we get to round 4, and we saw the first game where we saw a postponement due to the virus, and that was Ireland versus Italy. Now, in that round, we saw England beating Wales by 3 points, and we saw Scotland beating France. Now, that was the shock, because at one stage, these two teams were going into round 4 with the possibility of getting a Grand Slam. So there was a lot on the line for these two teams. Now, Scotland had beaten France, and that would have kicked their chances. However, in my opinion, Ireland would have beaten Italy with a bonus point, giving them still an opportunity at a Grand Slam. So I still think, okay, so France would go with the current stats, and I reckon Ireland's still sitting undefeated. We would have got to round 5, and which is obviously the final round, where we saw the big postponements of all the games. So we saw Wales taking on Scotland. That result, I think, would have gone the way of Wales just because it was at the Millennium Stadium. I would have been backing, because I'm technically Scottish, I would have been going for Scotland, but I would have felt Wales would have won that one, being a home game. England-Italy, I feel England would have won that one and smashed them with a bonus point. So I think that would have gone the way that we had predicted, and then it would have come down to this final. Ireland needing to beat France for the Grandslam title. France needing to win in order to give England an opportunity to sneak it in. With how we saw France play in the week before. Now, if you had asked me this before round 4, I would have said France to have won home game, home advantage. But the way they played against Scotland, the lack of discipline, the errors, the mistakes that were happening. Yes, it was a red card, but I still believe France would have lost to Scotland because Scotland were looking sharp. And however, that could also change things up if Scotland continued that form. Could have maybe even beaten Wales. So who knows? It's a 50-50 there. But I would have said France to win. But due to that result and seeing that little bit of a downfall, I would have felt France might have been rattled and could have cost them the confidence in going into that game. Being a home game, they might have bounced back and given it to Ireland, but I think Ireland would have been on the upper hand and would have done a lot of redemption from how they started to the tournament and started to get better and stronger. And I think if given the opportunity to have had Italy, I would have guaranteed a bonus point victory, and then I would have felt they would have gone on and beaten France and would have been 2020 Six Nations Grand Slam champions. I just felt that they were peaking at the right time, and then unfortunately due to the virus we just couldn't see the final end up of the tournament. I think a lot of people might go France would have beaten Ireland, England would have smashed Italy, and England would have won the championship. But obviously we probably will never know the result, and obviously with the postponements of games we just won't have it. And I don't see it coming back unless it comes back in October. look, there is an opportunity of it still coming back if this virus calms down. But for me, I think it's pretty much over, and that's how I would have seen it ending up if we didn't have postponements. If they bring back that final fifth round, then England probably would have won, because I don't see them rescheduling Ireland versus Italy, which would have been that bonus point. Then I would say England would win the Six Nations. But if I have to go back, no postponements, continue the tournament as it was, Ireland to win the 2020 Six Nations Championship. But unfortunately, we might not see who will be a winner. And if we do, it's going to be interesting. But if it comes back and round 5 gets played and round 4 skipped, I'll give it to England. But I think Ireland might have just had this one in them. It could have been the comeback year and opportunity. But till then, we'll have to wait and see what happens when official comments or results come out. But I don't see it coming back. That's going to do it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to smash the thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new, and don't forget to let me know who you think would have won the Six Nations if we didn't have postponements. Let me know in the comment section, and I'll see you guys real soon for another one. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.